Good day. Was there a moment in your life where you've done something possibly wrong and it's still heavily weighing deep down in your feelings? Or in every decision, do you still think about the rights and wrongs in every path? If yes, then it's either you're faking it for clout or you still have the right conscience. But if not, I'm not here to expose your deepest, darkest secrets. Come, as I help you change as a person. I'm certain that you guys played video games before. Some of you believe that life is a simulation, a game. When you're struggling at a certain game, we often look for clues, tutorials, or hints. If so, then what serves as our guide? Conscience, conscience, conscience. Surely you've heard that word, and that was probably taught to you by your ESP or values subject. Or during the last months of 2022, the then meme said by Otto, di po masama ang aking ginawa dahil ang akin pong konsensya ay clear. In short, we are aware of what is conscience. Conscience is the sense of knowing moral goodness. It's that voice in your head that tells you whether what you are doing is right or wrong. This voice is particularly silent, but it will generate volumes. But if we know what is the right thing to do, then why do we still keep doing actions that are particularly wrong? Well, the problem is not our conscience. It is our choice and free will whether we will follow our conscience or disobey. Believe it or not, people are lazy. Us humans tend to choose the more convenient option. And good things, they're often hard to fulfill or complicated. For example, you chose to copy your friend's homework instead of answering your own. Another, you chose not to listen to people speaking in front. Another point is that conscience can be a false hope. Conscience can only be wrong if and only if you've tolerated wrongdoings too much. It is dynamic, and it can change based on your lifestyle. And that handbook can be corrected if you start living life in a morally correct way. To put it briefly, we know what conscience is. We just don't execute what it says. And yet, we want the world to change for a greater good. If we want the world to be a better place, then that change must start with us. It is said from Pinocchio, always let your conscience be your guide. His nose definitely did not grow when he said that. Think of it as your official. You are lost in the vast waters of life. Conscience serve as your light, leading you back towards land, which represents the good life you dreamed. As long as you're alive, conscience will always be there. It is not a rule meant to be broken, rather, it is a guide meant to be followed. So the next time you act, big or small, pause for a second. Listen to that voice within you and think of it as an advantage in life. Perhaps this time, you will choose the right decision and eventually the right path. Will you follow?